Let's take a look at how you can use exception reporting and severity scoring in the Embrace platform to investigate your web app's JavaScript exceptions. Embrace captures 100% of unhandled JavaScript exceptions as part of its WebRum product. Handled exceptions can be reported manually. Exceptions are grouped by their stack trace commonality and listed out in the summary page, where you can see high-level stats about your web app's overall exception rates and how many users are impacted by these issues. In the list of exceptions, you'll see each exception grouping has numbers associated with it. These include the total number of events, the number of devices affected, the percentage of users affected, and the exception's severity score. The severity score is a number between 0 and 1, which indicates how severe a JavaScript exception is. A higher number means a more damaging exception. Embrace calculates this score by taking into account a number of different variables, such as whether the exception is handled or unhandled, how quickly a session ended after the exception, and whether it's associated with any network failures. This scoring helps engineers quickly identify high-severity exceptions so they can better prioritize which issues to deal with first. The exceptions list can be filtered by different attributes, including severity score, to isolate specific types of issues. Let's take a look at exceptions with a severity score of 0.2 and above. As you can see, we've refined the list of exceptions to only show us the exceptions that have a severity score greater than or equal to 0.2. This will help us prioritize the most damaging issues. Let's take a look at one specific exception grouping. By clicking into the exception grouping, you'll be brought to the exception details page. Here, you can see top-line stats about how your exception is trending across different app releases, as well as view a stack trace of the exception from an affected user session. Clicking the Timeline Details tab gives you contextual insight about the exception by showing you a preview of the events that happened before and after the exception within the user's session on your website. From here, you can navigate to the user timeline for full details into the session. The user timeline gives you a full trail of all the technical and behavioral events that took place across an entire web session. This includes network calls, page load times, taps, clicks, user flows, performance traces, and of course, handled and unhandled exceptions. Scrolling down to the end of this session shows us where the exception occurred, as well as the events around it and the session termination that happened as a result. This gives you greater context to understand and resolve even the trickiest JavaScript exceptions. That was a quick tour of Embrace's exception reporting and scoring. Take a look at our other WebRum videos for more guidance into how you can use Embrace.